Everybody loves passive income. Hey there, everyone. This is Mike Thomas here. You guys know me as Mike from Maine. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a video called 4 Lazy Ways to Make a Lot of Money Online While You Sleep, Passive Income. And of course, whenever we see claims like this, our little warning bells go off a little bit. But there's like real passive income, and that it's actually people make money from things like real estate investment and the stock market and even sometimes cryptocurrency, that kind of stuff. And then there's the scammy stuff that unfortunately we see over and over again. I want to see if this is which one this is, if this is a real type of passive income or not. So let's go ahead and let's watch this video here together and see what we think of it. Before you do that, please hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything and it really helps out with my YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Let's jump into it.
When I go to sleep at night, I can rest easy knowing that as I'm sleeping, my pockets are continuing to get filled.
I like his filming here. Like he started out, this is creative. He's put some time into this, put some effort into it.
With money, that is. Lots and lots of money. And that's because I've set up 4 income streams that work for me 24/7 even while I'm sleeping. And the best part is that it doesn't take a genius to start these income streams. No, these are 4 insanely lazy ways that
I like it how he has them all kind of blurred out there because it makes me want to keep watching.
Any normal person can make money while they sleep. And all of these income streams are very easy to set up and can potentially make you life-changing money. And so if you consider yourself to be a normal person, then these next 10 minutes
I do consider myself to be a normal person.
Could literally be game-changing for you. Now, don't worry. We're going to talk about
Look at his shots. He's got really nice cameras and lighting. He's got a little Christmas tree in the background. I like that bear back there too. This is cool.
What these 4 income streams are, but I want to tell you a story. So several years ago, I had the privilege of meeting this multimillionaire through an acquaintance of mine. And this guy owned a commercial real estate construction company, and so he was insanely wealthy. And I remember we're at this guy's house, and his house was absolutely
Look how he's telling a story, and this is key if you guys are making any videos or making any content. If telling stories, people love it when you tell stories. At least if you're staying on topic.
Beautiful. And I'll never forget it, okay? So in the kitchen, they have this big tray of these like perfectly seasoned, juicy Kobe beef steaks. And they're just tossing these steaks on the grill and passing them out like it's nothing. And just in case you don't know, one of these steaks can cost anywhere from like $100 to $200 for a single 12-ounce steak. But anyways, fast forward a little bit, I got acquainted with this guy and I decided one day to send him a text message. And so I asked him, I said, hey, Jim, that was his name. His name was Jim Ernest, okay? So I said, Jim.
So for a second there, I was like, okay, is this a real story? But then he gave the first name and the last name, so it's more believable.
I don't want to be rude or anything, but I'm really hungry for more of those Kobe beef steaks. No, that's not what I said, okay? I said, I'm really hungry to know how exactly you built your wealth. Like, I'm just really curious because I want that for myself as well. And at the time, I was just turning about 19 or 20.
It's a nice touch adding this picture of him as a kid. It's good.
And so a couple hours goes by and I'm getting nervous because I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't ask the wrong question. But eventually he replies back and he says, hey Joshua, I appreciate the question. I appreciate your forwardness. My biggest source of income right now is through my construction company, but that's not actually how I built my wealth to begin with. And that's when I got really intrigued, because if his only source of income was through his construction company, then little old Joshua didn't have a chance because that was way out of my league. Fortunately though, what he did end up saying were a few things that were not out of my league. And he also alluded to the fact that many of his millionaire friends also had all these income streams in some form. And so obviously they're income streams that are profitable enough for millionaires to continue using them, but they're easy enough to start that a regular person can start them. And so now I'd like to talk with you about exactly what these income streams are and how you can start building them for yourself.
He's gotten my attention. So he's done a really good job so far of making me genuinely like curious about what's going to come up.
So the first income stream that he talked about were
I like this little text thing he's got going on here. This is cool too.
For the many paychecks that businesses would send him on a regular basis. Now, this isn't like mafia level stuff, right? He wasn't going around to different businesses whacking people for not paying him his cut. No. Let me put it this way, okay? Imagine a company like Coca-Cola that's been around since like 1892 decides, you know, we've been building this company for over 100 years now and we make too much money. I think that we want to start rewarding people for buying our stock. And so when you go and buy shares of Coca-Cola stock at at $50 a share or whatever it's currently trading at, Coca-Cola will start sending you what I like to refer to as mini paychecks. And some of
Okay, so he's talking about dividends, stock dividends, which I love.
you might know them as just being called dividends. And so the way this works is many companies that trade on the stock market will pay their shareholders these mini paychecks or these dividends just for owning shares of their stock. And large companies like Apple, AT&T, Microsoft, Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, and hundreds of America's largest companies pay their shareholders these micro paychecks. And so the question becomes, how exactly can you start making this income stream work in your life? Like, how can you set it up so that when you go to sleep at night, you know that you're continuing to make money because Tim Cook at Apple is writing checks for you while you sleep?
We get paid dividends, but of course the stock can go up and down too. So it's not like the safest thing, but it's an income stream.
Here's how you do it. The first thing you need is a brokerage account. I recommend going with either Webull, Fidelity, Vanguard, or M1
I currently use Vanguard, by the way.
Finance. Of those four, Webull is probably the most user-friendly if you're new to buying stocks. Plus, right now, if you open up an account with Webull and deposit just 1 penny, Webull will give you 12 free stocks valued up to $36,000.
I like the little affiliate link that he's added in there. It's a subtle touch to it.
Next, once your account is open, you'll do some research to figure out what companies actually pay dividends. Now, I'd personally recommend that you only go with Dividend King stocks. These are stocks that have a strong history of paying consistent increasing dividends for 50 consecutive years or more. And here's a list of some of the best Dividend King stocks. Feel free to pause the video here and write some of these down. Next, once you've selected which Dividend King stocks you want to actually invest in, you're going to go into your brokerage account and actually buy those stocks. Now, the good thing is that with brokers like Webull, you can buy fractional shares of these stocks. And so this means if you wanted to start receiving paychecks from, say, Apple, but you didn't have $150 to spend on Apple, you could just buy a fraction of that $150 share as little as $1. And then
That's pretty cool that you can just buy fractional shares like that. And even like if you don't have that kind of money just sitting around, you can still start investing.
after you buy the stock, that's it. You just wait. And then every month or every quarter, whenever the stock pays dividends, you'll receive paychecks directly to your brokerage account, which you can use for whatever you want. And believe
I recommend, this is what I do, is I take that, but what am I supposed to say? There's not investing advice, but this is what I do. I take that money and I just put it right back into the mutual fund, which is what I have, into the stocks that I have, so that it just keeps on investing and buying more shares.
Believe it or not, some people can even live off of the dividend paychecks they receive and never have to work. It does take time to build this type of portfolio up, but a lot of people do it. Now, if you'd like me to
Most people aren't going to be able to do that though, unless you are really saving a lot of your paycheck. You're saving like 80% of your paycheck for like 10, 15 years. It's going to take a long time to be able to do that. Of course, it depends upon what your spending is like, but it's going to be difficult for most people to live off your dividends.
I need to make a dedicated video about this, about how you can live off of your dividend paycheck. Drop a comment down below and say, yes, Joshua, I would love a video about dividend paychecks, and leave a heart emoji or something so that I know you mean it. Anyways, the next income stream that Jim talked about that contributed to his wealth and allowed him to make money passively was having passive income streams. Now, Jim specifically had this business where he would hire these high school kids, and he would have these high schoolers go out to these youth soccer games and record the games for the parents. And these parents would pay a lot of money to have, a high quality video of their little Sammy running up and down the field playing soccer. And this was all completely passive for Jim, right? Because remember, he hired the high school kids to actually record the games for him, and all Jim had to do was just collect payments from all the parents who wanted to buy a DVD. Now,
What if you get in trouble for doing that? They might not like that.
obviously, I'm not saying that you should go out and start, a youth soccer video company, but what I'm saying is you need to figure out how you can start building passive streams of income in general. And this could be from...
He's got a nice couch there, or chair. That looks comfortable. He's got a really nice recording setup.
I'm starting a passive side hustle like the dozens of side hustles that I talk about on my channel. It could be from selling courses or writing ebooks or starting a YouTube channel or anything that's going to create passive income for you. This means when you go to sleep at night, or when you sit down to watch Netflix, or when you hang out with your friends or go walk your dog or do whatever it is that you do when you're not working, you're still actually making money because these passive income streams are always working behind the scenes for you. Now, I tell people this all the time, okay? You want to build passive income streams that are actually going to be scalable. What exactly does this mean? Well, for example, going and starting a pressure washing business is not really scalable, nor is it passive, right?
It's one of those things where you start doing something to make money, but then you have to think about how can you make it bigger? How can you go all in on this? How can you keep on making money from it. And when you're doing something that requires you, which like recording these videos, for me, this there's only enough time and there's only enough me to record these videos. It's something that's going to constrict and restrict the amount of time and the amount of money that you can make. So always be thinking how you can scale it.
Because in this situation, you're having to trade your time for money. You have to physically go out to properties and do work before you can get paid. Now, you certainly can, make it more scalable and a lot more passive by hiring people and then having those people that you hired go out and pressure wash for you. And that's exactly what Jim did. He went out and he hired high school kids for cheap to go and record these soccer games for him so that he didn't have to use his time to be at every single one of these soccer games recording the event. It's definitely an option, but it does come with a cost. And so something that I've always preferred for myself, and I would recommend this for most people as well, is to find passive income streams that have low overhead. Things like starting an Etsy print on demand.
That's why selling digital products has been really huge for me. Selling info products and software, there's nothing to deliver. You don't have to mail anything, which is huge. If you don't have to mail something, there's an infinite amount that I can sell.
Or you could do things like selling courses on Skillshare or starting a YouTube channel. These can all be started with just one person, you, little to no money, and are very easily scalable and passive. The next passive income stream was one that Jim said was probably his biggest source of passive income, and
real estate. Yeah, just owning real estate, it goes up and down, but it's something that people always need. And people always need a house to live in.
That is real estate. But he was really quick to point out the fact that although he did own physical real estate, a larger percentage of his real estate portfolio was actually not in physical real estate, but in a couple of other real estate investments. And he mentioned 2 different real estate investments that basically anybody can start with very little money. And both of these real estate investments are very lazy and passive. The first real estate.
Everyone wants lazy, don't they? And passive. No one really, does no one want to work? I don't mind working, but of course, and if I can be sleeping and make money, it's great.
The investment that he mentioned was real estate crowdsourcing. This is a method of real estate investing that connects investors with real properties through the internet. And the best thing about crowdsourcing is that you don't need a lot of money to start investing. And so with crowdsourcing,
Yeah, Fundrise, I've heard of them, where you can invest and own property but not have to maintain it.
Using sites like Fundrise to go and invest in real estate projects. And so this could be anything from single family homes to entire apartment complexes and different types of commercial real estate. And so to get started with real estate crowdsourcing, all you would do is sign up for a site like Fundrise, choose your investments, and start investing. It's super simple, completely hands-off, and a perfect way to get your money working for you 24/7. The next real estate investment that he talked about was buying REITs, or real estate investment trusts. So a REIT is a company that owns and operates income producing real estate. And so when you buy shares of a REIT,
I always feel like when you invest in these real estate companies that, you're gonna have to pay them to maintain stuff. So there's gonna be fees involved with it. So I know a lot of people like to do it themselves, but there comes a point in your life where if you're younger and you have a lot of time and you have a lot of energy, maybe you can do it all yourself. But if you're maybe a little bit older, like some of us are, then these hands-free opportunities are a lot better for us because we don't have as much time as we used to.
You're essentially investing in all of the underlying real estate that REIT owns. And so this could be shopping centers, hospitals, office buildings, and even cellular towers. Now, you may be thinking right now, yeah, but Joshua, how exactly does a REIT pay me in my sleep? Well, very similar to dividend paying stocks, REITs also pay a monthly or quarterly dividend. Plus, just like stocks, REITs are also bought and sold on the stock market, and so they're extremely easy to invest in. All you would do is go to your brokerage account, type in the name of the REIT that you wanted to invest in, buy.
And look, it goes down though. See that one right there went down, and there's always a risk.
Buy shares of it, and then from that point, you'll start receiving dividend paychecks whenever the REIT pays dividends, which is typically every month or every quarter. And so yes, Jim did own physical real estate, but he also owned a lot of REITs, and he did a lot of investing using crowdsourcing websites. And the last source of income that Jim mentioned was affiliate marketing. And what he did specifically was built and ran niche blog websites that generated affiliate income. Now, I don't know exactly what niches his blogs were in, but
this guy had a construction company and he did affiliate marketing. Interesting.
An example of this would be like a gardening tips blog. An entire blog dedicated to gardening, right? How to grow the biggest and juiciest tomatoes, what type of fertilizer to use to make your tulips big and tall. And then inside of that blog, because you're talking about one subject and you're becoming an authority on that subject and you're building trust with your audience, you would recommend products and services within the blog post. And so for example, perhaps the best fertilizer to use to make your tulips grow big and tall is Frankie's Ferocious Fertilizer. And so you would mention that fertilizer in the blog post, and there would be a link for the reader to click on that would lead them to maybe Amazon or somewhere else where they can buy that fertilizer.
One problem with things like that is Amazon pays a ridiculously low affiliate commission. Just be aware. It's like, what is it, 2%, 3% now?
However, this link is not just an ordinary link. This is actually an affiliate link. And so anytime a reader clicks on that link and then proceeds to buy that fertilizer, you're gonna receive a small kickback or commission for them purchasing that fertilizer. Now, what I've learned over the years is that you can either treat affiliate marketing as a primary source of income or a secondary source. For example, here on my YouTube channel, affiliate marketing is a secondary source of income. I make anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 per month with affiliate marketing, but that makes up a smaller percentage of my total monthly income for my channel. Now, if I wanted to, I could focus a lot more of my energy on affiliate marketing to make more money, but I choose to keep that income source as passive as possible so that I can use that energy somewhere else. Now, obviously, whenever I can, I'll try and post affiliate.
Yeah, look at that right there. You can see inside of his descriptions, he's got like courses, he's got places to sign up for stocks, he's got places to sign up for Bitcoin. He's got affiliate links where he's showing like how he makes his videos, because his videos look nice. Probably everyone's saying, "Hey Joshua, how are you doing all this?" And I'm gonna actually go take a look at these links as well. Like I want to see how he makes his thumbnails look so good. Like that's awesome. So yeah, he's smart.
Affiliate links in the descriptions of my videos, but in most cases I'm not like actively pushing those links in my videos all the time. It's just kind of this secondary thing in the background, right? Where if someone happens to click on my video description and they see my Amazon storefront, for example, and they click on it and they buy a product from it, well, great, I'll get a small commission from that. But it's not something that I'm always actively promoting. Now, if you did run like a specific niche blog or even a niche YouTube channel, then in that situation it might actually make more sense to focus more energy on affiliate marketing.
Maybe like my channel where I do a lot of affiliate marketing.
Especially if that's going to be your primary source of income. Now, affiliate marketing is a very broad, complex subject that goes way beyond the scope of this specific video. Once again, if you guys would like a dedicated step-by-step video about how to get started with affiliate marketing, drop a comment down below. But generally, affiliate marketing can be a very lazy and passive source of income that, if done right, can make you a lot of money.
So what do you guys think of this video? You guys like this one? I think it wasn't scammy at all. It was real things. I think he did an excellent job with this one. I'm going to give his video a like here as well, as I definitely enjoyed this one. Let me know if you guys can think of any other passive income opportunities that are out there, anything that you're currently doing that you're making passive income from. I'd really be interested in that. And of course, please go ahead and like this video. It really helps out my YouTube channel and I appreciate it. And subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And what do you think? Are you enjoying these videos where I'm looking at other people's videos and commenting on them? I'd really be interested to hear about your thoughts on that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Thanks.